Predator Hunting Grounds is the latest attempt to produce a game based on one of the movie's most iconic monsters. This is something that has not gone particularly well in the past, with titles such as 2005's Predator Concrete Jungle failing to capitalise on the potential, and the closest we've got to a compelling gameplay experience has been playing the third best campaign in the various Aliens vs Predator games. This new release, however, comes from Illfonic, the developer who brought us Friday the 13th, and like that game, it proves that they are a team who have a great affection for 80s cinema. The core gameplay is essentially based on the first 40 minutes of the original movie, where Arnold Schwarzenegger and his team of mercenaries ventured into the jungle on a mission before encountering an even more deadly threat. It's a great idea for an asymmetrical multiplayer title, and it pits a team of 4 player-controlled mercenaries, called the Fire Team, against the 5th player, hunting them down as the Predator. It all sounds authentic, with all of the Predator's growls and gadgets sounding exactly as you'd want them to, and Alan Silvestri's rousing music kicking off each match. Fireteam gameplay is what you'd expect from a first-person shooter, as you navigate through the jungle to various waypoints, taking out enemy soldiers as you attempt to complete one of a series of randomised missions, all before returning to the evac point and escaping. It's pretty clunky, especially when compared to the likes of Call of Duty and Rainbow Six, but it's still fun, and the different mission types keep you interested. Sadly, when it comes to facing the Predator, your only chance of success seems to be keeping the entire team alive. Something that would allow a single survivor to win with a little ingenuity is simply not here. I've seen matches where the lone survivor has blown themselves up rather than keep trying. Speaking of the Predator, the view changes to a third person when you switch to playing as the hunter. Here you can climb and jump through trees as you search for your prey, and the maps offer plenty of opportunity to watch from an elevated position. Thermal vision and your cloaking device can both be used, but as they drain power, you must use them sparingly. Not knowing exactly what mission the fire team are attempting means that you can't just head to a waypoint and wait for them. You have to actually seek them out and then plot your attack. As you play, you'll level up your character, which awards you with field lockers full of cosmetic add-ons every level. None of these are especially exciting, but with only 2 available character models, being able to personalise your look is definitely required. To unlock anything meaningful though, like additional character classes, new weapons and attachments for said weapons, takes a little bit too long for my liking. I discovered that playing private matches on your own can actually speed up the process, as you get to complete missions without the Predator getting in the way. It feels like cheating, but it's an option that the game provides, so I'm okay with it. Unfortunately, the entire game is crippled by a severe lack of content. There's only 3 maps to play on, and they're all jungle-based. Differentiating one from another is quite difficult at times. There was a great opportunity here for the designers to include some maps from the other Predator movies, and it's been squandered. Instead of just jungles, I'd have loved to see at least one map in an urban setting, maybe downtown LA from Predator 2, or even the suburban street and science labs from the Predator. As it is, I can't play more than a few games without getting bored and wanting to play something else. Frankly, I'm getting annoyed with online-focused games that launch devoid of content, especially when they have the cheek to charge £35 for it. And if you paid the extra for the deluxe edition, you have my sympathy. There's every chance that this could be a much better game in a year's time than it is now, especially if they add the aforementioned extra maps. But if that's the case, I would suggest you wait until you can pick it up in a sale. What's here is enjoyable enough for a few matches at a time, but it feels like there's less to do than your average early access release. There's simply no way that I can recommend it in its current state.
Everything was weird. Voodoo 1, plant signal jammers ASAP. They can still detonate it remotely.